that I want to share with you guys. Sorry, give me a second, the nerves are just like kicking in at the moment.
Yeah, Chris.
Come on, Chris!
Performing here tonight, it feels like a moment in time of coming full circle. Not only through my own personal experiences in life, but also sharing this space tonight with a community like no other. This place and the people I've met and heard perform here have transformed my life in many ways and really added to my sense of purpose. Whenever I come here, I'm constantly humbled by the amount of support that comes to the people who frequent this space. The encouragement received by members of the steering committee, Ahmed, Sarah, Hara, Yaz, and Nab. A second to none, or the countless people who have come up and told me they love the shirts, jumpers, posters, and various other art I've been making over the past couple of years, has had a direct and lasting impact in my life. While Tim, Vandana, Kev, Craig, and the rest of the Biz crews support all the stalls and other crazy ideas I've been involved in is something I'm incredibly grateful for. And to have the ability to express and create is of great importance to me, whether it's through my designs or through poetry, and is never something I take for granted. I've grown to believe, through my own personal experiences immersed in poetry, performing and listening to countless other poets before, that spoken word has the potential of impacting us on a societal level and how we relate to one another. It has the ability within the observer and the performers alike to glean introspection, increase the empathy, compassion, and understanding we have of not only ourselves as complex individuals, but also how we perceive the human collective. It's my belief that the stories we share, but also, more importantly, the habitual stories that we tell ourselves, the language we use to compose our lives, has an intrinsic power and is weighted with the ability to practically shape and create new forms of perspectives. With that case in point, my earliest foray into poetry came in the form of writing for catharsis. I remember reading somewhere that writing down your thoughts, taking them out of your mind, and placing them onto the paper could help people overcome their inner battles, face their personal struggles, and reframe their perspective on hardship and adversity. The word itself, catharsis, in psychotherapy refers to the process of consciously experiencing deep emotions that have been repressed, moving them to the surface and allowing them to come out. And I believe some of us carry around bottled up trauma, whether it's from childhood or experiences of heartbreak, past failures, regrets, and adversity that manifest as anxiety, depression, anger, hate, fear, and so on. Writing your feelings down allows you to air them, and so rather than pushing these feelings down inside yourself and clogging our emotions with pent-up frustrations, fears, and doubts, you acknowledge them. And in so doing, you honor yourself. You acknowledge and allow these feelings to have their full run, and this is what originally drew me to poetry. Throughout high school and into later stages in life, I used poetry as a means of expressing what I felt, and as a way to come to terms with my upbringing. Initially, my interest in poetry came to me in the form of hip-hop legends: Tupac, Nas, Biggie, The Roots, Common, Mos Def, Immortal Technique, Lupe Fiasco, and even now notable present-day artists like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, who were the driving force in mainstream hip-hop with a conscious message. Individuals who faced insurmountable odds, endured difficult upbringings, and rose from the hard-knock environments, circumstances, and surroundings they were born into. A good friend of mine who believed in my inner potential encouraged me to share my personal stories with overcoming hardship and difficult circumstances, pushed me into performing, and now the rest is history. Slam poetry is the best drug I've ever taken, and has led to some of the deepest connections and relationships with people I've met along the way. It has also enabled me to experience some of the strongest emotional resonance with strangers I've never met before. It's taught me that my story is not the only story, and affirmed to me time and time again how interconnected and relatable we truly are in this shared experience we call life. That we are each part of a larger whole from which we cannot be separated. That we are all part of the same verse, the universe of words. It has taught me vulnerability should be something that is embraced, that it is akin to courage, and the act of expressing your innermost thoughts leads to a deeper understanding and acceptance of one's thoughts and feelings by sharing your personal truth, and has been a big part of my personal development and fueled my passion for creativity.